Considered to be friendly sea creatures, many stories were written about them. 2 marine species. The first is graceful, fast, and intelligent. The other is calm and lays its eggs ashore. The bottlenose dolphin and the loggerhead turtle. Two marine species that are widely perceived as magnificent and amiable. Although they are loved, we often overlook the fact that we have a duty towards their conservation, as well as to protect their natural habitat. Within Maltese waters, it is said that both species are not rare. But how common or rare are they? Have their population numbers changed? How can we effectively contribute to their protection? The Malta Environment and Planning Authority, together with CAI Marine Services and the Ministry for Sustainable Development and the Environment, launched a study spanning more than 5 years. This study aims to determine the realistic population numbers of these two species. It is also intended to then devise strategies and measures for their conservation. Lack of knowledge on the current status of the population will mean that measures and strategies will be based on speculation rather than facts.
ħafna drabi forsi nassoċjaw id-dniefel anke forsi minnu ftit avvanzat fl-età jgħidlek isma' konna naraw id-dniefel bej il-flieg u kull meta naqbdu il-vapur tgħawdex. Illum il-ġurnata forsi ma saretx daqshekk komuni jew nistgħu ngħidu li saret iktar rari. Irridu nkunu nafu x'qed jiġri eżatt. Naqsu d-dniefel jew forsi d-dniefel marru anke f'postijiet oħra fejn hu iktar importanti għalihom li jistgħu jieklu iktar jew isibu iktar ikel. Malta qiegħda f'post strateġiku ħafna, qiegħda proprju fin-nofs tal-Baħar Mediterran, allura hija importanti ħafna anke l-migrazzjoni tal-fkieren kif ukoll anke tad-dniefel. Però nafu pereżempju li jista' jkun hemm migrazzjoni tal-fkieren, pereżempju min-naħa tal-Libja jew min-naħa tat-Tunisja fejn jibejtu ħafna fkieren li daw eventwalment imbagħad jitilgħu iktar il fuq skont il-tip ta' ċiklu li jkun hemm. Ġifieri nafu li Malta hija wkoll importanti anke mħabba dit-tip ta' migration. Jekk insibu li għandna migration routes importanti, nistgħu ngħidu isma' dawn nistgħu nipproteġuhom b'mod iktar aħjar.
The catamaran Aurora Boreal was commissioned to proceed with the study. On board, an international crew of scientists from CAI Marine, together with a number of volunteers, followed systematic transects and routes to scan the Maltese waters and record and analyse the presence, movements and important habitats of these two species.
It's an international crew. We have people from Switzerland, from Germany, from Portugal, from Malta now, from Spain, and it changes along the year. So probably this year we'll have around 15 nationalities represented here. It's a mixture also between scientists, so we have 5 scientists and we have right now 6 volunteers also.
Dawn is-surveys kienu qed isiru kuljum u kienu qed joħorġu sal-25 mil nautiku tal-baħar ta' madwar Malta u kienu qed isegwu pattern partikolari ta' kif għandu jsir is-surveying.
Work started on the indicated route. A crew member is hoisted atop the main mast so that the view is wider and better. Other crew members take up strategic positions on the vessel using binoculars that help them spot dolphins, turtles and other sea creatures. A hydrophone was also deployed in the sea. The hydrophone is a special-purpose passive microphone that can capture noise in the sea, including whistles, clicks, and other sounds generated by dolphins and whales. The hydrophone can register their presence even if they are very far away, or if weather conditions impair visibility. The biggest challenge is the weather. For this work to be successfully carried out, calm seas are essential.
It's quite difficult. We need to be focused, we need all our experience to try to find the animals, and also we need a good weather. It's a factor that we cannot control, so all the days that we have of good weather or possible good weather, we go and we spend as much time as possible to find the animals.
This means that if we have periods in a week where we have strong winds, we cannot do our research properly. Even if we have acoustic methods that can be done at night or in bad weather, but we need to go out there, we need to study to find the animals out there, and it's very difficult if it's bad weather.
The process is a long one. There may be long periods when no animals are sighted. When dolphins and turtles are found, a lot of work needs to be carried out in a short span of time. Different data and information has to be recorded in the least possible time. The mood changes in an instant. When this occurs, the time span is generally short. The information that needs to be gathered includes the direction the animals are taking, details on the individual fins that enable identification, and many other things.
When there's a sighting, obviously there's a degree of excitement. There's a lot of work involved, so we have the adrenaline flowing. If we have sea turtles, we have to be very careful that the turtle does not detect us, because otherwise it will disappear. And then we have to prepare all the gear, the tags, the video cameras, and the divers have to go out to do the experiments. If we have dolphins, it's a little bit the same. We have to not lose them, get close to them, see if they have a positive response, and then start different methodologies.
Every time a species is sighted, information is gathered. This is collated with other information that can potentially detect changes over time. This information can provide data on the number of individuals found, and patterns can then be detected. Patterns can reveal important areas where these species tend to be found, as well as zones that are important for them. To make sure that dolphins sighted in an area are not the same ones found in another, identification of each dolphin is carried out where possible. This is done by taking a photo of the individual dorsal fin. Every dolphin's dorsal fin has unique features and characteristics which help in their individual identification. This is much like fingerprints, which are specific to the individual. This process is very time-consuming.
We need some years, and we think that in this case for cetaceans we need 10 years. It's already a good set of data and time that allow us to understand which are the common patterns here, and the outcome here, it's not on short term, it's a long-term outcome.
What is the real purpose of this work?
Dawn huma speċi importanti li llum il-ġurnata qed ikunu threatened mhux ħażin, ġifieri għalkemm kultant nisimgħu lis-sajjieda forsi jgħidu li l-fkieren żdiedu, irdu naraw il-persentaġġ ta' x'tip ta' fkieren żdiedu, f'liema age partikolari t-tip ta' fkieren żdiedu. Din il-fekruna partikolari u dan id-denfil ta' geddu ma' qasir, prattikament huma mħarsin bil-liġi Ewropea kif ukoll b'numru ta' liġijiet oħrajn internazzjonali kif ukoll reġjonali.
Apart from these field studies, MERPA, together with the project partners, have also been involved in awareness-raising campaigns about the conservation of these species and their habitats. Unfortunately, around the world, these species are endangered. This is a direct consequence of human presence.
the marine garbage, the marine debris here can be an important factor, because from our experience we already collected some fishing gear, lost cables, lost fishing gear in the ocean. That can be a problem, especially for marine turtles, because they can get entangled between the cables.
In order to protect these species, everyone has to lend a helping hand. This also includes fishermen.
Marine protected areas or management at the sea can only work through the active involvement of sectors. And there's two sectors that have a special important role to play as in what we call the stewardship of the sea, and that is fishermen and also the tourism industry. Working very closely with the sectors has had very positive results. We have had amazing results with fishermen in other places where we've worked, in Spain, but also in Djibouti and in other places. We really want to discuss with them what their concerns are, how we can maybe link our science, which is one type of science, with the science of fishermen, which is very interesting to us, because this is thousands of years of science at a cultural level, of folklore, that we can use, and that is important if we want to find solutions that are good for the fishermen and also good for the turtles and cetaceans.
Although heavy tourism can be considered a threat, it can also be considered an excellent opportunity.
For the tourist sector, understanding cetacean populations and turtle populations means that you can develop a good image for the country. Obviously, it's a very strong added value. The fact that Malta is doing these efforts is very appealing for many markets of tourism.
Opportunities exist for locals and tourists to watch these dolphins from close range in the open sea.
You can develop it in a very unregulated way, and then after 5 years you won't have any more dolphins. Or you can do it well, and then it's the opposite. You have a fantastic industry that can make very high revenues, but it has to be controlled. It has to be the person doing this has to be the first one interested in that we have proper regulations, codes of conduct, so that it's a long-lasting industry.
MERPA, together with the other partners, has been working on an awareness-raising campaign with respect to these two species.
Xi ħaġa oħra li għamilna wkoll ittrejnjajna numru ta' nies, numru ta' individwi mill-pubbliku, nies interessati wkoll minn NGOs kif ukoll minn diving clubs diversi li kienu Malta wkoll. Għamilna wkoll skema mal-Armed Forces of Malta mas-settur tal-maritime, jiġifieri ma' dawk in-nies li jkunu prattikament il-ħin kollu kważi fuq il-baħar, jagħmlu xogħol importanti ħafna l Malta, u waqt li jkunu fuq il-baħar jistgħu jiltaqgħu anke ma' annimali bħal dinifel u fkieren waqt ix-xogħol tagħhom. Allura kienet importanti li anke nittrenjaw il dan nies fuq kif jistgħu jidentifikaw l-ispeċi jew nagħtuhom biżżejjed skills biex huma jkunu jafu lejn xiex għandhom iħarsu meta jaraw pereżempju denfil partikolari jew meta jaraw fekruna partikolari. Ġbarna wkoll informazzjoni ta' volontira li kienu interessati f'dan il-proġett jew kienu interessati li jagħti kontribut, u prattikament kull min seta' jagħti kontribut, pereżempju jkun jew fuq il-baħar jew inkella jkun anke fuq l-art u jara pereżempju dnifel jew fkieren jista' jagħtina din l-informazzjoni konna qed ninkluduha wkoll mal-informazzjoni li kellna fuq dawn l-ispeċi.
For us it's important. The Habitat Directive means management based on science. And this is very important, especially when we're dealing with species that are so charismatic. There's a lot of management done on cute species like the dolphins that is not based on management, but more for the love that some cultures have for these animals. And this can be very dangerous, not only for human beings, but also for the animals themselves.
The bottlenose dolphin and the loggerhead turtle, two species among many others that can be found in Maltese waters. These species form links in a long chain that we are duty-bound to protect. Knowing about them and learning how to protect them, as well as their natural habitat, is the best and most effective way for us to keep on enjoying their presence in our waters. What we do now, we do for our own sakes as well as for generations yet to come.